Hey girls and guys. All right, so today I'm going to tackle something that a lot of you have asked me to tackle in the past, and that is my hair. So many of y'all have had questions about my hair and my updated routine. So while I'm not going to do a full-blown hair tutorial, I am going to give you all the updated necessary information so you can know what's going on and how I maintain my little locks. If you like these type of videos, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you a part of our sister and brotherhood and join in on the conversation. All right, let's go ahead and get to this video so I can get you guys updated. Okay, so for all the newbies, just in case you haven't been with us or this is your first time looking at a House of Hot video, hey y'all, hey. I should say hey girl, hey, but we accept our bros here too. So anyway, I'm just gonna kind of do a little backpedal and get you guys caught up so we're all on the same page. I did my second big chop back in 2016, and it really wasn't a full-blown big chop because I had been growing my natural hair out for about 4 years prior to cutting my hair off. I cut 8 to 10 inches off depending on like where it was, a total about 10 inches. And that was all chemically processed and damaged hair. The rest of it was just new growth that I had not touched because I was wearing like extensions or wigs and all that good stuff. That was back when I was living in LA. I used to do a lot more acting. I'm not gonna say I don't act anymore because I will take another job if it's the right one, just putting it out there. Anyway, yeah, so I did my big chop back then and started a full-blown natural hair journey. Now that's something I had never done before. It took me to get well into my 30s to actually figure out my hair, which was such an emotional thing to do, mind you. Like it really went so much deeper than just like the crown of my head. Initially, I had no clue what to do with my hair, and my assistant at the time, Tiara, hey TT, back in LA, she gave me some advice on like what to do with natural hair because she had watched all these YouTube videos, and then she's the one that told me about Shy, who is also known as the curl doctor. He initially was the one that was doing my hair and teaching me how to get my curls popped. So thanks to her for that recommendation. Hey Shy, miss you. I no longer go to Shy anymore because I don't live in LA, and to fly out there to get my hair done, like I just don't have $1,500 to be trying to get my hair done all the time, okay? So yeah, but I did learn a lot from Shy, and that's kind of how I developed my routine. Now you might remember my earlier routines, I went through step by step how to detangle my hair and applying the product and all that stuff. And that really hasn't changed. The only thing that's really changed is that I was using Diva Curl back then, and today I use Main Choice. I think I've been using Main Choice probably about 3 years. That's crazy because time has flown by. I really like the Main Choice products. That's Courtney, I think it's Ayodele is how you pronounce her last name. She's amazing. I follow her on like Instagram, and so I was like always rooting for her, and I was like, let me get the products and really be supportive. And I ended up really liking her products. So she has, I don't know, a gazillion different product lines that you can choose from, whatever works for your hair. Me personally, I like I think it's called the Moringa. It's the teal bottle with the kind of the purple little highlight in it. And I love the leave-in conditioner and the shampoo of that line. And then I also use what's called Gelato. That's part of the Cheers line. The Gelato is my favorite because it is the first gel that I've ever used that actually doesn't flake that much. Like it flakes a little bit because it's gel, but certainly not like some of the other gels I've used in the past, and I've used everything. So I also think it has a lot to do with just our own individual hair in general, and that goes back to like the products. So like what works for me might not work for you, but initially I was using Diva Curl products, and I like Diva Curl, but my hair, it takes so much to get the moisture, you know, to lock in, and the Diva Curl products are just so expensive. Like people think I spend a lot of money on random stuff. Really, I don't spend a lot of money on anything other than pumping money back into my business. I really don't. Like I wear all the clothes from my store. I don't buy a lot of shoes and handbags anymore. That was like my old life, and I have all that stuff, and I really don't have the desire for it anymore. I just don't. like it's nice and it's fun to have, but my money, it goes back into investing. It goes back into my business. I mean, that sort of thing. So I really don't want to spend a lot of useless money on hair products. And Diva Curl's expensive. That was a long tangent. Tell me how you really feel, Tones. Anyway, I like Main Choice because it's a good cost across the board. Courtney's always running sales and stuff, which is really cool because she's always trying to help out her customers and her followers. And I don't care if she didn't run sales. I would still buy her stuff because it's really good. And I just like what she stands for. So anywho, I think the most important thing that you need to know about your hair. So we're all a bunch of different curl types or patterns all across the board. But I go from like a 3C to a 4A to a 4B. Most of my hair is like a 4A, 4B. But there are like parts of it that's kind of like a 3C. One thing that I've learned is that saturation is key over everything. You have to work with your hair when it's saturated. So whether you're applying products, whether you're combing it through, detangling, your hair needs to be super saturated, which is why I do all of my hair maintenance in the shower so that I can have access to water on and off. Also, I learned that my porosity, long day. Don't be coming for me in the comments about how I'm pronouncing this. It's low, okay? I did the strand test. It's when you take a glass of room temperature water, you take a strand of your hair that has been declarified but not conditioned, and you put it in the water and see if it floats on the top, floats in the middle, or if it sinks. Mine floats on top, so that means it's low. If yours is in the middle, that's a medium. And if it sinks, then it's I believe it's a high porosity. Am I saying that? This sounds so wrong. Anyway, so I'm learning about different products that I need to use, and I'm still learning about that. So I'm not going to go too deep into that because it's not something I'm super knowledgeable of right now. But all I know is it's very hard for my hair to retain and to get moisture on the insides. And like I said, my hair has to be super saturated, and the products that you use should always start with water as the first ingredient. If it doesn't, your hair probably isn't going to like it, and it's probably not good for your hair. So everything that I use, the first ingredient on it is definitely water because it needs to be able to work with the water instead of against the water when I'm applying it. The other thing is, so when I wash my hair, I only do a clarifying wash once every 2 to maybe 3 months, because with a clarifying shampoo, you strip everything off. And for me, it's too much. It's already hard enough for my hair to stay moisturized as it is. And if I go strip it off every single time I do a shampoo, my hair is gonna break and fall out. So I can't do that. I don't know if you guys know Whitney. It's Her Growing Hands. I believe it's her Instagram. She's amazing. I'm looking forward to trying her products. She just launched this massive product line and I'm very excited. She actually just sold out, so I'm gonna wait to get my little products and I'll let you guys know how my hair likes that. But I cannot wait to support Whitney. I know my little coins ain't gonna make that big a difference, but I feel like I'm doing my job by helping to be supportive of other women-owned businesses. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So when I start to detangle my hair, it starts with the shampooing. And the shampoo that I use from Courtney's company, Main Choice, it does have some slip in it. So it makes it really easier. I won't say easy, but it makes it a little bit easier to manage and to detangle your hair with your fingers. And then I wash that out, and then I'll use the leave-in conditioner, and then I really detangle my hair with that. And I do a deep condition, but I don't do it every single time. But so when I do my co-washes, I use the leave-in conditioners to do my co-wash. And then more recently, I found out about this guy. So this is not actually the brush that I ordered initially. This is actually the brush that I had made. I got with a manufacturer and had them to make this brush for me because I had ordered a brush similar to this from another company who I was also being supportive of. It was a girl, Black-owned company in Houston, and I saw, this little brush, and I was like, oh, let me try it. I'll pay for it. The brush was a little bit expensive to be just a little, single brush, but I'm like, I'm gonna be supportive. It was coming from Houston, so I thought for sure I would get this brush in, 2 or 3 days. Well, wrong. 3 or 4 weeks went by and my brush had still not come. And I'm like, what is going on? So I start tracking everything that, child, why was this brush like drop shipped to me? And not this one in particular, this is the one I had made, but I was a little annoyed because that's something that I teach about with my classes in how to launch a successful online boutique. I don't like drop shipping for that reason alone. A customer should not have to unknowingly wait 3 to 4 weeks for a product to come in, something that you should already have on hand. I'm not knocking them, but it put a bad taste in my mouth. And so I just felt like I could offer you guys this brush cheaper and ship it to you the same day that you order it. That's kind of something that my company in general stands on, is having our own product, whether it be something that we created or something that we source. We make sure we have everything in-house inspected and ready to ship out when you order it, unless it's a pre-order or a back order and you know about it up front. I had a bunch of them made so that you guys, if you wanted one, you could order it from my site and you don't have to wait 3 or 4 weeks to get it or worry about where it's coming from. If you order it that day, it will ship out that day or at the latest the next day, because I actually have them in stock. So these are known as octopus brushes, and the fabulous thing about them is they kind of act like fingers, because these little dividers have their own little course of resistance. So when you're brushing your hair, they're not going to just yank your hair. They have some movement and flexibility, and they're going to kind of move with your hair, so you have a bit more control. And the grip is really good on it. I love this brush. It's absolutely amazing, and it really helps me with detangling my hair a lot more quickly. But because the bristles aren't so close together, and because there is movement in between each of these rows, you get that clumping that you would normally get with your fingers, and that's hard to imitate with a brush, and this little guy does just that. And then I apply the gelato. I put that on top of the conditioner with super saturated hair, and that's really it. I give it a little shake, but I don't really dry it. I will tie my hair up in a microfiber towel. Do not use terry cloth or any type of bath towel to tie your hair up, because it'll freeze your hair out, it'll make knots, and it'll start yanking your hair. You don't want to do that. So use a microfiber towel, or just a plain old t-shirt will work. And so I use that to tie my hair up and just kind of let it sit. A lot of times I'll put my little hair cap on, my sleep cap, and let it sit there while I do my makeup. And then if I have to leave the house right away or I have somewhere to be, I'll take it off and then diffuse it into the shape that I want it to be. So if your hair is down, it takes a little bit longer, but I always wear my hair up so I can kind of diffuse my hair and shape it the way I want it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Trying to think if I didn't cover anything else. My routine really hasn't changed much. The only thing that's really changed is the products, and of course this little brush. I don't know where this little guy has been my whole natural life, but hey. Yeah, so if you want one of those brushes, like I said, the link is down in the description, and it will ship out to you right after you order it. You don't have to wait 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month to get it. Okay. All right. Anywho, I think that's it. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave them in the comment section down below, especially regarding the hair. Y'all know I really like to respond to every single question, so no question is stupid. You can ask it down below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. If you like these type of videos, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I would love to have you join in on our little family and on the conversations, and just, be a part of our sister and brotherhood, okay? All right, so that's it. I love you guys. I hope you guys are hanging in there. I hope y'all are well and not going COVID crazy, because it's been a day for me. I'm just gonna put that out there, okay? All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye. I'm a dork.